On an island where the Indian and Atlantic worlds meet, an ancient whisper endures, "We are the children of Israel." This is the story of Madagascar's Jewish memory, and a living community finding its voice again. Madagascar is known for baobabs and lemurs, but listen more closely and you'll hear a different name, Jiosy Gasy, the Malagasy Jewish Diaspora. For centuries, legends across clans spoke of white-clad ancestors, a red zebu, and journeys guided by God. Scholars argued, missionaries debated, and European empires projected their theories. Yet beneath the noise, the Malagasy kept a secret, a memory of Israel. Across Madagascar, origin stories call back to ancient Israel. Some tell of forebears sailing from the Arabian coasts, pausing wherever a red zebu brayed, an echo, they say, of the Torah's red heifer. Others link the island to Ophir, claiming rosewood from Madagascar lined Solomon's temple. Among the Marina and Betsileo, descent from Israel is woven into royal narratives. Certain taboos, calendar rhythms, circumcision, reverence for a single unseen God, were read by generations as the faint signatures of Levitical roots. But legend is not the same as proof. Modern genetics anchor Madagascar's earliest settlement in Austronesian navigators and later African arrivals, though some Middle Eastern markers have appeared among subgroups like the Menorah. The truth, as always, is complex. Inherited memory, cultural kinships, trade winds, and centuries of encounter. In the Betsileo highlands stands Ivola Mina, cliffs that some say carry proto-Hebraic marks tied to Sabaean scripts and Solomonic expeditions. French researchers argued, geologists countered, erosion can mimic letters. The debate remains. For believers, these stones are sacred testimony. For skeptics, a mirror of Madagascar's most persistent question. How do you read a nation's memory etched by time? The site is protected by local taboos. When outsiders performed sacrifices there, conflict flared. Even presidents have invoked these inscriptions, calling for archaeology to chase legends of Sheba's treasure. Whether letters or weather, the cliffs remind us, identity in Madagascar is both rock-solid and wind-carved. 17th century chroniclers described a group called Zafi Ibrahim, the descendants of Abraham, near Nosy Baraha. They rested on Saturdays, used Hebrew names, and monopolized ritual sacrifice. Some later identified as Arab or integrated into Betsemisaraka society. Were they Jews, Judaized Arabs, or part of a wider Hebraic current that washed ashore with sailors and traders? The record offers fragments, enough to intrigue, never enough to conclude. And so the archive becomes a shoreline. Texts recede and return, leaving traces of a people who kept a different day holy. Under Vichy rule, even Madagascar's tiny Jewish presence felt the lash of European anti-Semitism. Censuses, exclusions, livelihoods stripped. Meanwhile, European powers toyed with a chilling idea, deporting millions of Jews to Madagascar. The Madagascar Plan never materialized. Genocide did. The island became a footnote in a darker design, proof that myths, once politicized, can be weaponized. In the 21st century, a different story rose. 3 small Malagasy groups, once messianic, turned toward rabbinic Judaism, studying Torah and Talmud, learning Hebrew, and building a shared life near Antananarivo. They prayed in Sephardic style, calling their path Madagascar Sepharad, a bridge to global Judaism that felt right for a non-European people. In May 2016, after years of study, 121 community members, men, women, and children, stood before a Beit Din and immersed in a river mikvah. The Parks Department denied a temporary structure for privacy. The converts built their own tent from tarp and wood. 14 weddings followed under a makeshift chuppah, joy mixed with challenge. Reports of school refusals, a lease canceled, unwanted attention. Then, with outreach and public engagement, tensions eased. Conversions continued in 2018. A VIAD formed in 2019. A community print shop opened in 2021 to fund local needs and publish texts. Leaders emerged. Teachers, a Shazan, and an Orthodox rabbi who made Madagascar his home, married and raised children among the Jiosy Gasy. Madagascar's spiritual landscape is layered. In Menorah, Aaronite priests and Levite assistants oversee sacrifices, tracing their lineage to the flood and asserting a priestly calling. In Ambohimiadana, Marina traditionalists embrace what they call Hebraic religion, or Aaronism, a return to Torah without Talmud or later rabbinic texts. Some claim the Ark once resided here, lost in the fires of 1947. Alongside them, charismatic movements and cultural organizations celebrate a Malagasy New Year in step with Exodus imagery. Not all align with rabbinic norms. Some resist integration. All are part of a wider Malagasy conversation about memory, authority, and how a people returns to covenant. Madagascar and Israel have walked in and out of relationship. Recognition in 1960, suspension in 1973, restoration in the 1990s. Recent years saw cooperative health aid during a plague outbreak, parliamentary friendship groups, and African-Israel summits. Recently, Antananarivo's mayor offered land for a new synagogue in a prominent location, evidence that a community once hidden is now part of the city's visible future. At templetreasury.com, our calling is threefold. First, to bring knowledge, to document and share the stories of communities like the Jiosy Gasy with the wider world. Second, to recognize, to honor their self-understanding, their sacrifices, their perseverance. Third, to connect, to help communities recognize one another as branches of the wider house of Joseph, scattered yet destined for reunion. In Madagascar, memory and modernity meet. Whatever scholars will prove or disprove, a core truth remains. People are choosing covenant, choosing discipline, choosing hope, and that choice reshapes the future. This film was brought to you by templetreasury.com. If you've enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and share with friends. Shalom from Madagascar.